Alarms howled through the Vrelak orbital watch station. A Category 5 hurricane was forming over Earth's Gulf Coast.
A Category 5? On Earth? That atmospheric pressure would flatten any structure they have?
Thykes initiated the automated evacuation protocol for the entire region. His report labeled the storm incompatible with multicellular life.
Good. Coastal zones should be clearing by now. At least those fragile humans have the sense to flee.
But a secondary satellite sweep caught something impossible. Vehicles, multiple vehicles, moving directly toward the eye wall.
No. That sensor must be malfunctioning. There's no route that leads deeper into the storm. Chief Analyst, Zyra, emergency. I need your eyes on this now.
Thix, the evacuation is confirmed. What could possibly warrant this disruption?
Look, 4 Earth vehicles on a direct intercept course with the eye wall. They are not fleeing. They are driving in.
The control room fell silent. Then Thix's scream shattered the quiet. They're driving in?
Show me everything. I want the full atmospheric data and those vehicle tracks. Now.
Thix handed her the tablet, its cracked screen pulsing with pressure readings. The report's conclusion was absolute, incompatible with multicellular life.
Incompatible with life. And yet 4 vehicles are driving directly inside. What possible reason could override survival?
I'm trying to raise Earth's disaster coordination. No response. Their networks are either overloaded or abandoned.
But then Thix's station flagged an active signal. A high-bandwidth broadcast originating directly from the convoy's lead vehicle.
Wait, I'm pulling it up. It's a video feed. Someone is live streaming this.
The main display filled with a rain-lashed truck interior. A weathered human male leaned into the camera, a manic grin splitting his gray beard.
Hey folks, George here. We're about to punch through the eye wall, and I gotta say, the pressure drop is spectacular.
He sounds happy.
Wind speeds over 200 kilometers per hour, and he's laughing. That is not a survival response.
All right, folks, meet my co-pilot Marcus. He's the brains tracking all this beautiful chaos. Say something smart, Marcus?
Pressure's dropping fast. Sustained winds now at 130 and climbing. We're entering the outer circulation.
Rain hammered the windshield like gravel, and the truck shuddered with every gust. Yet George's grip on the wheel was steady.
Lena here, second truck. Visibility's down to 50 meters. I see your taillights, but just barely. Keep it tight.
That's my girl Lena. Fearless. We're just skirting the edge now. Wait till you see the real show ahead.
The pressure gradient is exceeding our models. These vehicles should be airborne. How are they still on the ground?
His facial expression, it's genuine exhilaration, not fear. I have never seen this in any species.
Zyra's blue skin flickered, paling just slightly, the first sign of stress that a Vrelak medic would recognize as dangerous.
Woohoo! Feel that buffet. That's the outer bands, boys and girls. She's just getting warmed up.
The convoy plowed deeper into the gale. 4 sets of headlights swallowed by the storm, and still, the live stream never wavered.
The core pressure is 900 millibars. Our simulations show this would crush any known vehicle. They should be dead.
Look at that, Marcus. 900 millibars, and she's still dropping. The core's gonna be a monster.
As if on cue, a massive branch cartwheeled through the air and smashed into the windshield, sending a spiderweb of cracks across the glass.
Ha! There we go. That's a good sign, folks. The storm's showing us who's boss. Don't worry, she's got another pane.
Good sign? That thing nearly took off my mirror. I'm not sure my heart can take much more of this.
Relax, Marcus. This old girl's tougher than she looks. You just keep those numbers coming.
The branch struck with enough force to kill a Vrelak. He laughed. The humans are not just reckless, they are different.
Zyra's color deepened toward the medical danger zone. Across the station, the live stream's viewership climbed past 1 million Earth users.
All right, folks. Eye walls ahead. We're about to go where no sane person would follow. This is the moment.
The convoy tightened formation and charged straight at the black wall of the eye wall. On the Vrelak station, no one could look away.
There she is. The most beautiful wall of water and wind you will ever see. Look at that rotation.
The truck battered through the eye wall's edge, the world dissolving into a gray-white fury. The live stream's Earth-side viewership spiked past 2 million.
It is not just Earth. The stream is being mirrored on the galactic net. Anyone watching will see this. A species driving into a cataclysm.
Shut it down. Block the relay. We cannot let this footage destabilize interspecies relations. Imagine the panic if humans appear to invite death.
I cannot. The relay is autonomous, encrypted with Earth-based protocols. It would take hours to override the entire galaxy we'll see.
On a distant station, a tentacled patron in a cafe leaned toward his tablet, his drink forgotten. The feed was already spreading across a dozen worlds.
George, our viewer count just jumped by 200,000. Is this going viral?
Let it go viral, son. More eyes seeing science at its rawest. This is what they need to see.
The convoy pressed deeper, their taillights the last pinpricks of Earth's defiance against the screaming wind. The galaxy watched and held its breath. A violent gust snatched the battered yellow hat from George's head and sent it spinning into the storm.
My hat. Hold on, fellas. We're making a pit stop.
Pit stop, George? We're inside a hurricane. You can't just...
Before Marcus could finish, George had already thrown the truck into park and was shouldering the door open against a wall of wind.
He is exiting the vehicle. The human is voluntarily exiting a moving vehicle in the eye wall.
Zyra watched, her skin paling further, as George staggered through the deluge, bent to pluck the hat from the flooded asphalt, and straightened with a triumphant grin.
That's physically impossible. No species.
Medic. Thix is down, and Command is requesting a direct feed. They have been watching.
Got it. See, boys? Never give up on a good hat. All right, back to the hunt.
George clambered back into the driver's seat, soaked and laughing, and the convoy rumbled on toward the eye. The galaxy's horror had only just begun. A priority message blinked on Thix's console from Vrelek High Command. Document everything. The Council will review this.
Zyra Command wants a full dossier. Every data point, every second of footage, they are alarmed.
Then we compile it. If the Council must see humanity's self-destructive urge, we will show it with clinical precision.
Folks, some of you might be wondering why we do this. It ain't just for kicks. We're gathering real-time data that satellites can't touch. Pressure, moisture, wind shear, data that will save lives when the next big one hits.
We've already transmitted enough to refine the track model for the whole Gulf. The forecasters are thanking us in real time.
They are measuring the storm to predict it, to protect others. It is a form of sacrifice logic I did not consider.
They wager their existence to gather warning data. Reckless, yes, but the intent, it is not self-destruction, it is preservation.
So if you're scared, good. Use that fear to prepare. But don't you ever think we're just out here being foolish. This is science with teeth.
The Vrelek station's data logs swelled with annotations. For the first time, Zyra watched the humans not as anomalies, but as something she could not yet name. Lena's truck hit a deep flooded patch and the rear wheels lost traction, the whole vehicle beginning to spin sideways across the highway.
I've got it. Just hydroplaned for a second. Countersteering now.
Easy now, Lena. You're driving like a professional. Just keep her nose into the wind.
On the Vrelak station, Thix ran rapid simulations. The results flashed in angry red. No known species tolerates these sustained shear forces.
The vehicle should have rolled. The driver should have lost control. Everything we know says she should be dead.
Earth must be far more hostile than our classifications. They evolved on a death world. This is not recklessness. It is adaptation.
The live stream's galactic audience roared past 3 million, a tide of alien faces glued to screens across a dozen systems.
Zyra, if humans evolved on a world of perpetual storms, their biology may be beyond anything we have classified. We must update the dossier.
Nice save, Lena. That's gonna look real good on the highlight reel. You hear that, folks? No guts. No glory.
Galaxy-wide, viewers watched the convoy push deeper, the death world theory spreading with every frame. The humans were becoming a living anomaly. The truck bucked once more, then the world snapped into impossible stillness. A perfect circle of blue sky opened above, the eye wall a cathedral of cloud all around.
Folks, we made it. Welcome to the Eye. Look at that magnificent wall. Nothing else like it in the world.
The convoy rolled to a stop on the wet asphalt. George killed the engine and threw open his door. The silence after the roar almost deafening.
All right, kids. Stretch your legs, Marcus. Get the anemometer. Lena, deploy the portable probe. Let's grab every bit of data before she closes back up.
The crew fanned out, laughing, splashing through puddles. The entire scene beamed live to millions of alien eyes that could barely process the calm at the heart of a cataclysm. On the Vrelek station, Zyra's skin had gone beyond pale. It was the sterile white of medical emergency, a rare stress response known in the literature as diplomatic white.
Zyra, your color. You're slipping into diplomatic white medic. We need a medic in control now.
Don't stop recording. The council must see this, the eye, the calm, the utter biological defiance. This changes everything.
Medics rushed in, pulling Zyra toward a treatment chair even as she kept her eyes locked on the feed. Thix, trembling, added the final annotation. Humans have entered the eye. At least one subject exited the vehicle inside the eye wall. All subjects are alive.
All right, science team. Let's make history. This data is gonna save lives, and we got the best seat in the house doing it.
The medics administered a chromatic stabilizer, and Zyra's skin slowly blushed back from white to a fragile pale blue. Her eyes never left the feed.
This little fella contains pressure readings that'll rewrite the textbooks. Lives will be saved because we were here.
The words cut through Zyra's haze. Lives saved, not lost. The reckless chaos had a purpose she was only now beginning to grasp.
They are not just survivors, Thix. They are guardians. They guard against their own world.
But the galaxy will see only the danger, not the intent. They will fear them.
Then we must make them see. I will petition the Council to classify voluntary storm pursuit as a Class 5E biological anomaly.
Zyra began drafting the petition, citing the eyewall walk, the hat retrieval, the calm in the storm eye. Every frame of the livestream became evidence. On a secondary screen, George and his crew laughed in the eye, unaware their actions were being packaged into galactic law.
Are you certain, Zyra? This could brand humanity as a threat. It might restrict them.
It is the only way to protect them from misunderstanding. The truth, however terrifying, must be recorded. I am saving the draft.
All right, team. Eyes got maybe 10 minutes before she closes up. Pack it in. We got everything we came for.
The convoy pierced back through the eye wall, the roar returning like a physical blow. Hours later, they emerged onto a rain-soaked but quiet highway.
That's a wrap, folks. This is George Kessler, signing off from Inside a Beast. We'll have the full upload on the channel soon. Don't you dare miss it.
Marcus uploaded the raw footage to George's channel. Within hours, Earthside viewership spiked past 1 million, comments flooding in from storm enthusiasts.
Zyra, the petition is formatted and the evidence clips are embedded. On your command, I will transmit it to the Council.
Send it. Add a priority flag from the compact. If we are wrong, let the galaxy be the judge.
With a silent pulse, the petition, laden with footage of a human chasing his hat inside a hurricane, shot across the galactic net to the Council's docket.
Look at those numbers, Marcus. 2 million views, and it ain't even prime time. This is gonna be my best season yet.
On the Vrelek station, a receipt confirmation blinked. Petition 4487A, Class 5 Biological Anomaly. Status, under review.
All that data and the replays will be on every local news station. This is how you save lives, one storm at a time.
3 Earth days later, the Council docket updated. Petition 4487A, Vrelek Compact V Voluntary Storm Pursuit. Vote scheduled for Galactic Standard Cycle 78.
Would you believe it? The Weather Channel called. They want to air our footage, and we're nominated for not 1, but 3 awards next month.
Galactic News picked up the story. Is humanity too reckless? Screamed the headlines, flanked by clips of the hat retrieval and the grinning human in the eye.
The Vrelek Compact has a point. Deliberately entering a Class 5 cyclonic storm suggests a species-wide disregard for self-preservation. This needs regulation.
But look at them. They survived, and they gathered data that saves millions. Is it recklessness or adaptation? I find this fascinating.
The council chamber divided. Safety-obsessed species aligned with the compact, while others pointed to the medical and predictive benefits showcased in the human's own words.
Award season's good for business. I'm thinking of upgrading the rig. Nothing fancy, just something with fewer dents and a working radio.
Zyra, the safety block is rallying. If they secure enough votes, humans could face travel restrictions into their own planet's storm zones.
Then we must ensure the benefits are seen. I am submitting supplementary evidence. The data he transmitted, the lives saved. It may soften the opposition.
The supplementary evidence hit the docket moments later. In the council chamber, several neutral delegates leaned forward as the human's words echoed. This is science with teeth. The Galactic Council chamber fell to a hush as Speaker Talon struck the podium. The compact calls analyst Thix to present the primary evidence.
Honored delegates, I submit footage from Earth's Gulf Coast. I warn you what you see defies known survival parameters.
The holographic screen stormed to life. George's truck battered through the eye wall, his hat spinning out into the maelstrom. Several delegates recoiled.
That human, he left the vehicle, voluntarily, inside winds that would strip flesh from bone. Is this a joke?
No joke, Vorn. I have run the pressure simulations. This is a biological anomaly, but look, they are measuring, not just surviving. There is purpose here.
On Earth, George sat in a sun-baked used car lot, signing a transfer for a truck with only 3 dents and a radio that worked. He grinned at the salesman.
Yep, this one'll do. Name it Storm Chaser 2.0. Gonna take her into Zeta next season. She'll earn her stripes.
They call it science with teeth. They claim it saves lives. The question before you is whether such disregard should be restricted.
Murmurs swept the chamber. Delegates from the safety block leaned forward, while others stared at their own tablets, still watching the viral stream.
I leave the decision to your wisdom, but understand, what you vote will define humanity's place in the galaxy. They are already among us.
The council chamber erupted. Safety block delegates shouted over one another, demanding immediate restrictions on human storm chasing.
We cannot allow a species to fling themselves into death for entertainment. This is a contagion of recklessness. They must be contained.
Containment is not our place. Look at the data they produce. It has already saved thousands. This is not mere entertainment. It is a cultural adaptation.
On Earth, George's channel ticked past 4 million galactic subscribers. A notification chimed, and he laughed, filming a new vlog in his upgraded truck.
4 million. Y'all are too kind. Here's a sneak peek of Storm Chaser 2.0. She's ready for the next big blow.
Zyra watched the council feed and froze. Several delegates were not debating. They were staring at tablets, on their faces a mix of horror and delight.
Thix, they're not paying attention. The vote is about to start, and half of them are watching his latest upload.
The petition was supposed to contain this behavior, not promote it. What have we done?
The speaker called the vote, but 3 seats remained empty, and 2 delegates still stared at their screens, transfixed by the human's grin.
Forgive me, Speaker. I was distracted. But I believe humanity has more to teach us than to fear. Let the vote proceed.
Speaker Talon raised a gavel. The council will now vote on petition 4487A. All delegates, cast your decision. Vorn's aide leaned close, whispering that the delegate was still watching the human's latest storm chase video. Delegate Vorn, your vote is required immediately, the speaker called out.
I vote in favor. Contain this madness.
The speaker turned. Delegate Yara, how do you vote?
Against. They are not a plague. They are pioneers. Let them teach us.
The tally screen flashed, 47 in favor, 53 against. In bright red, petition denied.
We failed. He didn't even know he was fighting us, and we lost.
We were never fighting him, Thix. We were fighting the truth of him, and the galaxy chose to watch.
They walked from the chamber, the human's manic grin frozen on every news feed. The galaxy had chosen. Back on the Vrelak station, Thix pulled up public reaction data. The petition denial was trending, second only to George's latest stream.
He buried us with our own evidence. The galaxy loved him more for every clip we tried to use against him.
They watched a human risk his life for data, and they loved him. Our petition only made them love him more. It is humiliating, but perhaps this is the best outcome. Humanity will not be contained. They will be celebrated.
On Earth, George's phone buzzed. An automated message from Galactic Net congratulated him on being the most watched stream.
Most watched stream? Ha! These spam bots are getting creative. Like I'd believe I'm famous across the galaxy.
He tossed the coffee mug in the sink and headed out to his new truck. The deleted message already forgotten. The Vrelac station received the deletion confirmation. Thix stared at the screen, then eased back with a strange, tired laugh.
He deleted it as spam. We have been outdone by a species that does not even realize we exist.
And yet, I hope he never does. Let him be what he is. Let them all be wonderfully, terrifyingly human.
Galactic news anchors framed the denied petition as a human victory. Clips of George's grin played alongside headlines, "Humanity too brave to ban?" On Earth, a local news station interviewed George about his 3 awards. He sat in his new truck, grinning.
Awards? Sure, they're nice. But the real prize is when the National Hurricane Center updates their models with our data. That saves lives.
The Vrelac Compact watched the interview. Zyra read a translation, a quiet smile on her lips.
He never changes. The galaxy debates his existence, and he talks about saving lives as if it were the most ordinary thing.
Thix drafted a formal statement for the compact. It acknowledged the unique environmental adaptation of humans and offered cooperation in future storm research.
The Vrelac Compact recognizes the resilience of the human species and withdraws its request for anomaly classification. We instead propose a joint monitoring initiative.
The statement was broadcast across the galactic net. Media hubs flipped their narrative from threat to fascination. On Earth, George's phone buzzed again. Another message from the galactic net, this time about a joint initiative. He deleted it without reading.
More spam. If I replied to every galactic initiative, I'd never chase any storms.
A new vlog appeared on George's channel, Season Preview, Hurricane Zeta. Thix and Zyra watched it together.
All right, you storm-hungry maniacs. Next season, we're taking Storm Chaser 2.0 straight into Hurricane Zeta. And check this out. New roof rack for extra probes. We'll grab more data than ever.
He's planning another one, of course he is.
And he'll succeed. He'll frighten us, thrill the galaxy, and save more lives.
Then Zyra laughed, a real, unguarded sound that surprised even her. Thix stared at her.
I've never heard you laugh, not in all our years.
Neither have I. But then I never met anyone like him.
A new radar image showed Hurricane Zeta forming, and a tiny dot labeled Kessler moving toward it. Zyra and Thix watched that dot with no more horror, only a strange, hard-earned peace. The humans were coming. Months later, George's truck bristled with new sensors. An anonymous international research group had shipped the gear.
Whatever outfit sent these gadgets, they know they're storm tech. This baby measures pressure drop in real time better than NOA.
In the Vrelac control room, Thix monitored a data stream labeled Kessler, George, live feed, now integrated into the compact's hurricane models.
The humans' real-time pressure data just corrected our track model by 3 degrees. We are using human chase data officially.
Command has formalized the protocol. All Earth Storm Chaser data will be integrated. The Human Storm Chaser Monitoring Initiative is now active.
A new directive appeared on their consoles. Thix and Zyra assigned as liaison officers to the initiative.
Liaisons. So we will watch him even more closely and ensure his data reaches those who need it.
On Earth, George adjusted the new array. Unaware that a billion light-years away, his readings were rewriting stellar weather models.
Whatever genius built this thing, I owe him a beer. This will make Zeta a cakewalk.
Thix watched the feed and, for the first time, felt no urge to panic. Only anticipation. George studied the satellite loop on his tablet. Hurricane Zeta had deepened to a Category 4 overnight.
Look at that eye forming. She's gonna be a real monster. Time to dance, old girl.
He tossed his gear into Storm Chaser 2.0, fired the ignition, and pulled onto the rain-slicked highway. On the Vrelek station, an automated alert chimed. Kessler, George, vehicle active, storm intercept initiated.
The Kessler dot is moving. Zeta is waiting for him.
Then bring up the monitors. I want full telemetry, weather overlay, and the live stream.
Screens illuminated the control room, tracking the single truck heading toward the swirling red mass on radar.
He's going in.
Yes. And we'll be watching. Every mile.
The tiny dot on the radar merged with the storm's outer bands, and somewhere in the galaxy, millions leaned forward. George's truck roared through the squall, wipers on full, the new sensors feeding a steady stream of data to the watchers above. In a cafe on a distant moon, a group of tentacled patrons lifted their drinks as the live stream showed the truck entering the eye wall. In an Orion bar, the stream played on every screen, the human storm chasers' laughter echoing under alien constellations. On the Vrelak station, a display labeled Storm Chaser Feed glowed prominently, a permanent fixture. An alien child watched, wide-eyed, asking if humans were really that brave, her parent nodding. Galactic Media now ran a weekly segment. What the humans chased today, George's face had become a symbol of beautiful, terrifying curiosity.
All right, Zeta, show me what you got. This is livin'.
The Vrelak station hummed with quiet activity. Data poured in, was processed, corrected models, and saved lives, all from a man chasing a monster with a grin. And somewhere in the galaxy, a tiny blue dot rushed toward a Cat 5 hurricane, and no eyes looked away.
Well, here we are, folks. Hurricane Zeta, a monster, and we're driving right in. If any of you Galaxy guys are watching, hope you enjoy the show.
He winked, just once, a slow, knowing wink, and turned back to the road. On the Vrelak station, Thix's hand froze over his console. The screen held on that wink.
He knows! He knows about us!
He always knew. From the very first chase.
Zyra's skin was a steady blue, her smile genuine and almost proud. Thix shook his head with a baffled laugh, the sound filling the quiet control room. The stream continued, the truck carving into the eye wall, the humans' laughter mixing with the storm's roar. Through the crackling feed, the truck disappeared into the gray, swallowed by the hurricane's furious heart. Across 1,000 star systems, the audience leaned closer. And somewhere in that storm, a 60-year-old man grinned and kept driving.